Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Duane, and this week, with so many stories to be told from around the region, we're taking you on a whistle-stop tour of different countries in the Middle East. We're in Jordan, and on the trail for natural medicine, we head to the Dead Sea, a place where Cleopatra reportedly liked to take advantage of the mineral-rich mud. We'll also hot-foot it to Kuwait, where body popping and street dance are being pushed center stage. But before all that, let's start things off right here in the UAE, where a 1-kilometre race took place along the capital's coastline. Salim Essaid got on board with the biggest dragon boat festival in the entire region.
Steering forward into its 11th year, the Abu Dhabi Dragon Boat Race set off with 70 teams from across the UAE. But the sport is not just about upper body strength, but also harmonious teamwork. With teams of around 10 to 20, paddlers have to move in perfect unison to power this 275-kilogram boat made of fiberglass. The vessel can glide along at speeds of up to 18 kilometers per hour, and I got the chance to try my hand at paddling with a 5-year member of the Desert Dragons, Anan Al-Amri. The only Emirati on the team, she says the key to winning races is being a unified force on the water.
Mainly it's the team spirit. The best thing about it is when you're sitting down in that boat, you're all one, you're in sync, and that's the best part about it.
The ritual of dragon boating is believed to have originated more than 2,000 years ago in southern China. The more modern athletic aspect began in Hong Kong in 1976, and since then has become a popular competitive sport around the world. In the UAE, dragon boating wasn't widely practiced, until Canadian national Jason McKenzie, an entrepreneur who introduced the idea about 12 years ago, established an after-work club for enthusiastic paddlers. When he first started, there were only 20 teams that he had to personally coach. But today, Jason, who's the race organizer of the UAE Dragon Boat Association, or UDBA, says it's a different story.
When we started this, there was no awareness whatsoever of dragon boating. Nobody knew what it was. And since that time, we've grown exponentially just about every year. And now we have more than 100 teams that compete in regular competitions throughout the year.
The UAE doesn't have a national team of its own, but mixed teams of UAE residents, including Emiratis, get together to compete in local and international competitions. And they're no strangers to the winner's podium, with the Dubai Diggers crew having beaten the competition at the 2012 Club Crew World Championship in Hong Kong.
So we were the first team from the Middle East to win a gold medal, so that was great. And then the last time in Australia, we won a gold medal in the mixed 2-kilometre race, which is brilliant. We beat a team called the Filipino Army, which hadn't lost in about 5 years.
Winning the top prize is always the goal, as the UAE's all-women's team experienced when they smashed the Ann Butler 200-metre race in their division in Abu Dhabi this season. Melissa O'Brien, a full-time mother of 2 children, has not only added to her trophy collection since she started training on the water 3 times a week about 10 years ago, she's also made friends for life.
We are almost without exception mums. We're all women, working women, stay-at-home moms. We call our team the Blue Family. We're very much like paddle sisters or Blue Family. We're very much a family of women that support each other and look out for one another.
This camaraderie is a common theme among those with a passion for dragon boat racing in the UAE, a sport that continues to grow in popularity, uniting people from all walks of life and physical strength, those with the shared love of water and winning.
Our next stop is Jordan, where medicine has come full circle through the centuries of science to go back to its natural roots. Rosie Lai Thompson travelled for a health checkup to the Dead Sea, a place where using the natural ingredients from the surrounding earth and sea are just what the doctor ordered.
Crystal blue water and desert mountains, this is one of the greatest ecological treasures of the world. Located 430 meters below sea level, the ancient Romans named this place the Dead Sea, as its waters are so salty no life can survive here. The mineral-rich seawater and vitamin-packed mud have long been used to soothe a variety of illnesses. The ancient Egyptian Queen Cleopatra actually built the world's first clinic off these shores. And over 2,000 years later, Dr. Zuhair Bisharat continues to treat patients using the same traditional practice.
These unique factors are only in the Dead Sea. All the salts in the Dead Sea water are also in the mud plus silicate. These all factors, we utilize them to treat these skin diseases such as psoriasis, psoriasis arthritis, and joint disorders.
Hans suffers from psoriasis and arthritis and visits the clinic yearly to rejuvenate his skin.
In Germany, I've got a lot of pills and creams and other things, and no drugs can help me. And since I have the treatments here at the Dead Sea, the skin disease and also the joint disease are away half a year to 1.5 years.
Over the last decade, natural medicine has been growing in popularity. The alternative medicine market is expected to generate a global revenue of $197 billion by 2025, with 2/3 of the world's population already consuming alternative therapies, according to the consultancy firm Grand Review Research. In this spice shop in downtown Amman, Mohammed has been prescribing traditional medicine for the past 25 years. Learning the craft through his ancestors, he concocts natural treatments for common illnesses to chronic diseases.
This profession treats several medical ailments, such as cancer. I also mix different herbs together for different types of ailments, for colds, flu, and stomach aches.
Mohammed's prescriptions are actually based on the ancient Islamic scholars' remedies. During the 8th to 13th century, Arabic medicine was the most advanced in the world. Experimenting with herbs and spices, doctors pushed the boundaries of science into new directions. This garden in Ajloun contains over 450 different types of plants. Sameh, a researcher on the reserve, gives me a tour to find out more about their healing properties.
This is wild thyme. This plant have the ability to expand the respiratory tract and decrease the symptoms of asthma.
By the 10th century, pharmacies were a staple, and cities had 24-hour hospitals where patients were seen for free.
Hospitals back then would have had gardens just like this one, where doctors would prepare herbal ointments and prescribe them to their patients. And as merchants travelled along the Silk Road, exotic plants would be brought back and new medicines would be discovered.
When Genghis Khan and his Mongolian army conquered the Islamic world in the 13th century, the golden age of science came to an end, allowing Europe to take the reins. It wasn't until 1,000 years later that Dr. Al-Abadi published the first Arabic medical dictionary.
I discovered that in the Arabic language, there is no Arabic medical dictionary. There are about 400 million Arabs, 90% at least don't speak English. So it has to be in Arabic.
Although it soon became clear that the region needed a fully fledged medical portal, not just a dictionary. Teamed with his son Jalil, the family duo launched Al-Tibbi, the Middle East and North Africa's first and largest digital health platform.
So we believe that the Arab world is still catching up with the Western world, which started very early on adopting the technology in healthcare and introducing health portals and health information. The growth is much faster in this region, in this part of the world, and that's because we don't have the proper infrastructure, which gives us opportunities.
From the science of the Golden Age to the modern tech advances, it's clear that the Middle East is part of a long history of medicine that continues to evolve today.
In Kuwait, contemporary dance forms like hip-hop are growing in popularity, and social media is helping spread the word. Damon Embling popped over to Kuwait to find out how these non-traditional dance moves are becoming more socially acceptable.
Back in Kuwait after quitting dance school in New York because of an injury, Sarah Al-Hamoud has discovered an emerging dance scene.
Here you get more hip-hop styles, street dance styles. For example, I'd actually never done social dancing in my life like salsa until I came here.
In Kuwait City, the likes of Instagram popping star Dos here, an inspiration for many. He also works for the charity Loyak, using dance to motivate young people.
The social media played a big part of this, actually. From Instagram, I think it opened a lot of people's eyes about dancing and a lot of talents. Even, let's say, older people, the mothers and everyone, they really like it. They like the popping style.
Those feeling the beat here in Kuwait want to spread the word about dance as an art form, making it more socially acceptable. The Sheikh Jabba Al Ahmad Cultural Centre opened in Kuwait City 2 years ago, boasting a theatre. Sarah hopes it will help put dance centre stage.
Oh, I think it's making art just in general a lot more accessible to the Kuwaiti public, especially the youth, which I think is really important. I know that they have a stage, they could highlight some sort of dance on the stage. I think that would help a lot in the future.
Sarah would love to have her own dance studio in the future, but for now she's doing an economics and finance degree.
Well, that's all we have time for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and don't forget you can watch all of our programmes online at euronews.com. And before I say goodbye, here are some active social media users from across the Middle East. Magda from Poland uploaded this snap marking her first competition with the Wadi Racers team at the Abu Dhabi Dragon Boat Festival with hashtag #PaddlingLife. And May from Kuwait shared with her followers her newfound dancing skills, which she proudly learned from YouTube tutorials.